I just wanted to show you this one thing that kind of cracks me up. Before I left Boston Commons. It's still Boston Commons, but behind me, you can see a little pond. Yeah, you can hear like children playing, super cute. What's called here the frog pond. So it might be hard to see in the video, but there's people taking pictures in the corner. There's an adorable little statue of frogs. Right, okay. So I don't know what this area looked like in the 1800s, but this is what it looks like now. In the 1800s, it was still called, though, the Frog Pond. Okay, here's the story. So Edgar Allan Poe, little known fact, is from Boston. And it's a little known fact because mostly when people think about Edgar Allan Poe, they think of Baltimore. One of the reasons that they don't think of Boston is because he had these really sassy like book fights with people here in Boston that did not end well. So he was born here. Both of his parents were actors, and the family like seems like they were pretty intense. So his mom supposedly was a better actor than his dad. She played in a lot of Shakespearean plays. I found one account that said that when his dad got a bad acting review, that one time he went to the reviewer's house and was like, "Did you write this about me?" I don't know what the reviewer said, but I imagine it was something like, "You're a crazy person, get out of my house, and you're a bad actor." Whatever. Point being that after Poe had become a very celebrated poet and he had published The Raven, which is a huge smash, hit success, quote The Raven, Nevermore, etc. He comes back to Boston and he is invited to speak at the Boston Lyceum. So it's like a public lecture. But he got really annoyed because the guy who was supposed to speak before him spoke for 2 hours. So by the time it got to his turn, he was really mad. And instead of reading his really famous poem that everybody was there to see, he read this old poem from when he was a teenager. It's kind of like a bad poem. So imagine that you have gone to like a band concert, like a rock concert, and you're all there to hear the one song, and instead they play like the B-side. Everybody hates it. Anyway, it got written up in the newspaper, and it was not nice. Like the reviews were not nice. People made lots of fun of his name. Like there was lots of cunning. And so Poe, who already did not like Boston writers, like he did not like them. He pushed back and he called them a bunch of frog ponders, which only makes sense if you feel like that's the frog pond. So who knows exactly what he meant by it, but it wasn't a compliment. And like the upshot to the whole thing is that a lot of these writers from the Boston area, from the 1800s, these are transcendentalists and they were naturalists. So he especially disliked like Longfellow. Longfellow used to write these long epic poems. But basically, Poe's criticism was that these writers were all about, uplifting people through moral lessons. Like when you read their poetry, your spirit would be elevated and you were getting some kind of like moral lesson from it. And if you've ever read The Raven or Annabelle Lee or, Telltale Heart, whatever, you're definitely not getting like moral life lessons out of them unless it's like don't murder people or like don't be obsessed with your dead girlfriend. That's because Poe thought that the purpose of poetry and writing wasn't to like uplift people, but it was to affect them. Like in this context, affect means like make people feel emotions. So he thought that the whole purpose is that you would read, this stuff and you would have like this emotional connection to it, which in fact, like, we do, The Ravens, it's pretty creepy, Annabelle Lee, my darling, my wife and my bride, it's not deep, but it is affecting. So, if somebody makes you mad in your next rap battle or, literary fight, whatever it is, and if you really want to, hit below the belt, you can call them a frog pond.